If you could elaborate a little bit more on a proposal that is very popular with a lot of people here, and just how exactly you would make the no tax on tips policy work in terms of the greater budget.
Yes, sir. Yeah, look, it's a fair question. Obviously, the government's spending way more money than it takes in right now. And I think that there are so many areas where we can cut wasteful spending, frankly, stop paying hundreds of billions of dollars in fraudulent Medicare and Social Security claims to illegal aliens, and we can save a lot of money that we can give back to the American people. But here's what's so important about President Trump's no tax on tips policy. And notice, you know, he comes out with a no tax on tips policy. It was his idea. I mean, I was actually there when he came up with the idea and then called a couple economists and said, all right, give me a sense of how this would work. So he literally just came up with it. And then, of course, we looked into the policy details of how to make it work. And then he issued this proposal, and 4 days later, Kamala Harris came out with it. And if you notice, you know, we're talking a lot about border security, and like 4 days after she became the nominee, she started talking. All of a sudden, Kamala Harris got religion about border security, and I sometimes think that Kamala Harris, the last couple of weeks, she's going to wear a long red tie and a red MAGA hat, and that's going to be her strategy, is just copy everything Donald Trump does. But sir, to answer your question, the details do matter, obviously, but I think that people overestimate the budgetary hit of no taxes on tips because, frankly, a lot of what we get out of taxing tips right now, a lot of what happens is that you have IRS agents harassing casino workers and servers, and it costs a lot of money to harass middle-class people. Why not just give them their money back, fire the IRS agents, and we'll all be more prosperous, and Americans will have more money in their pockets. So I think a big part of the no taxes on tips policy is not just giving people more of their hard-earned money that they can actually spend on their families and spend on their dreams. It's about stopping this ridiculous tax bureaucracy that harasses middle-class American citizens. Think about this. You've got multi-billion-dollar corporations that ship jobs overseas and use slave laborers, and meanwhile, Kamala Harris's IRS is focused on a middle-class casino worker in Nevada. It's a disgrace. No taxes on tips is going to stop it, and that's why we believe in that policy.